In this final part, we want to look at how we protect the flame of our sexual relationship. A flame with little emotional connection burns out quickly, while the same flame with a large amount of emotional connection will burn for a long time, and the connection feeds and protects this flame. It's our emotional connection with each other that ultimately maintains our sexual attraction to each other.
You'll have heard it said, the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. There's another, much truer saying, the grass will be greener where you water it. Nurturing our emotional connection keeps the flame alive over the long haul.
Protecting the flame of our sexual relationship is vital, as none of us is exempt from the danger of an affair. In order to protect the flame, we need to take practical steps to affair-proof our marriage. The first step is build each other up. The most common cause of affairs is a failure to meet each other's emotional needs for encouragement, affection, attention, and so on.
An actress who co-starred with a Hollywood superstar was asked if she found him sexy. She replied, "I tend not to look at men in that way since I got married. That antenna is no longer alive in me. I'm very loved by my husband, so I don't really feel the need to get that sort of attention from other men. My husband provides all that."
The second step to affair-proof our marriage is set boundaries. Infidelity starts and stops in the mind. We can't help ourselves being attracted to other people, but we can decide whether or not to entertain such thoughts.
Jesus' words offer the best protection. You've heard that it was said, "Do not commit adultery." But I tell you that anyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart. As one man put it, the difference between simply looking at a woman and looking at her lustfully is usually about 5 seconds.
But many affairs begin not with immediate sexual attraction, but through intimate conversation. Physical adultery is usually preceded by emotional adultery. A woman whose marriage was threatened by an email relationship with another married man wrote to us, "My emotional soulmate relationship transferred to the emails, and I couldn't wait to open my inbox. I was spending hours every day emailing this other person, and I ceased to communicate with my husband."
If we feel attracted, setting a boundary might mean avoiding being alone together with a work colleague of the opposite sex, refusing an invitation to lunch, or not reconnecting online with people we were previously attracted to. And if we feel emotional intimacy developing, breaking off email correspondence or coming off social media.
The third step to affair-proof our marriage is talk to someone about strong feelings. I remember 2 friends of ours in the first year of their marriage being very surprised when they both found themselves strongly attracted to other people. To start with, they didn't tell each other, but the longer they kept it secret, the more powerful the infatuation became. And it was only when they admitted it to each other that the bubble burst. If we find ourselves in a situation like that and we can't tell our husband or wife, then it's important to tell someone else if the feelings are overpowering.
The fourth step to affair-proof our marriage is keep sex alive. Over the whole course of any marriage, at different times, husband and wife will have different levels of sexual desire, which can easily cause tension between them. Keeping sex alive, guarding that flame, means remembering that to love is to give to each other, at times to show restraint, at others making the effort to initiate or to be responsive, even if we don't feel like it.
Sexual desire won't stay at the same level, but as we increase the emotional intimacy between us, physical desire will usually return. We need to take a long view. This is a process of building or rebuilding our sexual relationship over the whole course of our marriage.
Sometimes we need to go back to basics and rediscover the enjoyment of touching and being touched without the expectation of making love.
And we want to encourage you that this vital ingredient of your relationship really is worth caring for and investing in.